Okay, do you hear me now? Do you hear me now? Okay, do you hear me now? Oh, you can hear me now. Okay, do you hear me now? The old unplug it and plug it back in trick works. You can hear me now. Well, how about that for an intro, everybody? I don't know what the hell happened there, guys. I was testing her out before I went live, and I was like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, there was an echo because, I'll tell you why there was an echo, because I had my volume on the YouTube, so you heard the delay, probably, from that latency, basically, it's what it's called. My apologies, folks. That was unexpected. That only took me 9 minutes to figure out that I should have just unplugged it and plugged it back in. That's always the answer, right? There shouldn't be an echo anymore. Let me know if there is an echo, but there shouldn't be anymore. Shouldn't be. If there is, I gotta fix it. Test. Because I did mess around with all my volumes. Is there still an echo? I did have a double one on there, so just taking. Sounds good now. Sounds good. No echo. We're good. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a technical guy, but I should have had the instinct to say there's no levels coming through here. Let's unplug it and plug it back in, because that always works for us non-techie guys, right? For whatever reason, unplug your audio device, plug it back in, reset it. Should have did that first. Glad you guys can hear me now. So how you guys all doing on this wonderful, wonderful Thursday evening? Hope you guys are all doing well. I wasn't even planning on doing a live stream tonight. So there you go. Obviously, maybe I shouldn't have done it after that. Got her figured out, though. That's all that matters, right? We got it figured out. But wasn't planning on doing a live stream because I was supposed to be on a podcast tonight, and they got moved to next Friday or something. So, here I am. I said, whatever. We'll just kind of have fun. That was fun, wasn't it? That was super, super, super fun. I will give my shout outs. Because, I'm sure that they're, I don't know. Our wonderful, wonderful friend, Michelle Appollonia of Breathless Beauties. We know her. We love her. She's amazing. She does amazing work. Links are in the description. If you want to get a cool horror-themed doll, then go and get yourself a cool horror-themed doll. She's based out of Syracuse, New York. Really awesome stuff. And then we got our good friend Michelle Blasky, who's doing the third channel, but we'll talk about her artwork first. She's got some cool, interesting artwork that she has on like Redbubble, and she has a Facebook page for it. Miss 44. Links are in the description. She's got some awesome stuff. And I've been talking to her about the third channel. There's a third channel logo done by our wonderful friend Joe Lawrence, who does amazing, amazing artwork, logo design, all that kind of wonderful stuff. Talking to her, she's been doing some location scouting. She might not make it in today because she's on a location scout for the movie. So if you guys are following the third channel, you might know about all this. But she's found some pretty cool locations so far. And they start filming in about 5 weeks, everybody. 5 weeks. So we'll go to the chat and just see how you guys are doing. Hey, there's our buddy John from Behind the Fiends. Hey, buddy. Sorry I've been super busy today. Hey, you probably came in at the right time. We had some technical difficulties. If you missed the beginning, you didn't miss much. At least not sound-wise. Oh, we got okay. Let me going back in the chat. We've got Susie Lopez was here, always here first. It seems she says hello. Kristen Spencer, how's it doing? How you doing? Good. Aaron Johnson, Byron Weaver. Thank you guys all for joining in the chat. Who else we got? WLJJ Movie Reviews. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining in. And McDemon Seed 666. I like turtles. Oh, there you go. And Scary Matter. Hey, I made it. Glad you made it. Sorry you made it for all this weird audio issues that I'm having, but you made it. Now, if only my volume was working. No, it's not your volume. My volume was not working. It was totally me. I was trying to troubleshoot this thing about 5 minutes before I started. I should have troubleshooted it about 30 minutes before I started. And I was like, should I go live? I don't see any levels. And I just said, whatever, I'll go live and I'll figure it out as I go. So there you go. Hey, we got sound. Yeah, there's our buddy Joe from Vancouver, faithful there. We got sound. Yes. Anybody else I missed? Scary Matter. I think we got everybody. Oh, Macabre-ish. Hey. How are you doing? Thank you guys all for tuning in. This will be a pretty casual night tonight. Nothing too specific. A little bit of a Q&A. You guys can ask me questions about this. I got some cool things I want to tell you about, and cool things here, cool things there. You know, all kinds of interesting stuff. So, is it really that interesting? It's somewhat interesting, I think. Yeah, this was kind of a last-minute show. I just kind of said, we'll just have a Q&A for the most part if we want. And so you guys can ask any Q&A if you want, if you have any questions, and I'll make sure that I answer them. Well, nice as well. You mean for the Halloween 3 fan film? Probably. I don't know if you're talking to me or not. How was filming in Texas? Filming in Texas was interesting. It was a lot colder than I expected it would be. Mind you, it was March. Our first day of filming, I believe, was March 7th, I think. And that first day was just the coldest day of the whole shoot. The whole day was cold. It never really warmed up much that day. But I mean, it warmed up a little bit, but it never really warmed up much. It was cold. But we made it through. We had a lot of interesting issues that we made it through, though. We plugged away, and we came up with a film, and we've got a cut of the film. It's not the final cut. We're still not on the final cut. We're actually he's in the second cut now, and again, looking pretty good. I've made notes. I got my notes right here. In fact, a full page of notes. Yeah, of course, all you guys are trying to zoom in. Hey, this is only like 720 pixels. You'll never be able to read that. But yeah, it's about a full page of notes, and that's not bad, actually, for a feature-length film. Not bad. Some of you might be thinking, oh my God, a whole page of notes. It must be terrible. Must have been a terrible cut. But trust me, that is nothing. A full page of notes is nothing. I've done a full page of notes for short films before. So, yeah, so we're in pretty decent shape. I'm actually pretty happy with how it's looking. And today I've got a first cut of a full trailer, like a 2-minute plus trailer. So it's just the first cut. It's not going to be the last. There's more things I know I want to tweak with it and all that kind of stuff. No sound design has come into play. It's just a cut. But, yeah, looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way it's looking. Obviously, like I said, I got some things I need to do with it. But overall, pretty happy. So there you go. Let's see what you guys are saying. Because I heard your friend was making a Halloween 3 fan film. Yes, my friend Michelle Blasky is making a Halloween 3 fan film, unofficial sequel set in modern times to Halloween 3. That is our good friend Michelle Blasky. So there you go. Good afternoon, says Degree Centigrade. That's our buddy Mario. There you go. I've been watching Marvel fan films. I told a buddy of mine about doing a Green Goblin fan film. Hey, that's pretty cool. There you go. In the future. There you go. All good. Definitely not cold anymore. Yeah. Aaron was on set for one day, for a part of one day. He got to be in the movie a little bit. So there you go. Thank you, Aaron, for being in the movie. It's awesome. You may have seen, I shared some of the BTS photos of that, and you may have seen your picture in that. You may have, may not have, I don't know. But they are on Facebook and Instagram. I hope that's okay. I hope that's okay. We did that. Anyways. Make sure I'm not mixing anything up here. You lucked out compared to the OG Chainsaw filming. Probably, yeah. They had a little more money than we did, though. They did have a little more money than we did. They didn't have a big budget, mind you, but they also got away with stuff that they should never have been able to get away. They would never get away with a lot of the stuff today. Not a lot of the stuff that went on during filming today. It was way over the top. People would go to jail for certain things, I'm sure, or get sued big time. Yeah. WLJJ Movie Reviews. I made a horror film. It was 10 minutes, so it was a short film, but it's sadly lost now. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad it's lost. You worked your ass off on a film, like even a 10-minute short film does take a fair amount of work. It does. Like, it's not easy, folks. It's not easy. Not easy. So, yeah, we had our issues with filming in Texas. A lot of them, not specifically because of Texas. A lot of it was specifically because I'm in Canada. I'm the producer doing all the legwork production-wise, and I'm in Canada trying to do a lot of that. And when I get to Texas, I gotta, try to make everything work. Everything I've done in Canada make work in Texas, and there's just a lot of there was a lot of logistical issues that we had to be very creative in order to get around, because a lot of it was we didn't really understand what kind of locations we were dealing with and the layouts, and it's a lot harder than you probably think it's going to be. But ultimately, we turned out a pretty cool little flick. I think I'm really digging what I'm seeing so far. Yeah, there's some. Again, I got a page of notes, and the cinematographer / editor and I are gonna, powwow these notes as best we can, and make the best possible film that we can and give it to you guys. We know it's going to be in that neighborhood of 90 to 95 minutes long. So I think that's a pretty good length for a feature-length Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film, and have it released by October. The premiere is on August 26th in Austin at the Austin Film School. Go check that out. I don't know if you want to join. If you want to come to our premiere, obviously you have to buy tickets, and they are on the Indiegogo page, which link, of course, is in the description. So if you want to see the world premiere, if you want to be one of the first people to see this film, you'll only be able to do it by getting tickets on our Indiegogo page. So go get your tickets. I think some people in our chat have already gotten tickets already, including Aaron. Aaron has. I'm not sure if anybody else has or not, but go get tickets. Even if you're not in Texas, make a road trip out of it. Hey, August is a beautiful time for a road trip. That's all I can say about that. Let's see what else you guys are saying. I'm going to try to recreate it, but I don't think it'll come as close as the original. The only known copy I had deteriorated over time. Oh, that's a bummer, man. Surprised maybe it was a while ago. I don't know, before things went totally digital. Put it in the cloud sort of thing, I've lost I lost my first short film coincidentally, which is a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film as well. But there's like a trailer. There was somebody had a short version of it, like a short version of it, like a 9-minute version. I think the full version that we made was about 30 minutes, so it was still kind of longer-ish, but not a feature. So I'm interested to see if I can find that. I don't know. Type in First Annual Barbecue and see if you find it. It's not very good. It's definitely not very good. It was shot in Canada. So it's got issues for sure. Okay. Perfect movie length. Are we talking the 90 to 95 minutes? I hope so. As that's what that's what our movie's looking like. And I'm actually really excited about that length. I'm pretty excited about it. I think that's a great length for a feature-length movie, especially in the horror genre. Obviously, if it was like a Marvel Cinematic Star Wars something, you want something probably an hour longer, but yeah, there you go. WLJJ movie review. So basically, your movie that you had made of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is partially lost, not your new one. Your other one, yes, is the very first film I ever made. I know I have it somewhere. I have it on like a hard drive somewhere. So I haven't had time to really look for it. So maybe one day I'll find it. It would be kind of cool to show you guys it because there are similarities between that film and the Sawyer Massacre. Because essentially it evolved from the same script. It's just, it really evolved. It really evolved into something quite a bit different. But you'll see the similarities. Yeah. You'll definitely see some similarities for sure. But the Sawyer Massacre it better be a better movie. That was my first movie, First Annual Barbecue. Wouldn't that be just something if you guys all saw First Annual Barbecue and you're like, I like that one better than your Sawyer Massacre. Wouldn't that be funny? Evil Dead 2, similar. That's a good. That's a kind of a good comparison because I mean, essentially, Evil Dead 2 is basically the same. I mean, I know they call it a sequel, but it almost feels like a remake. You know what I mean? But I guess it is technically a sequel. Technically, it is a sequel. I get it. So, kind of similar in that regards, but yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. It's been a long time since I've seen the Evil Dead movies. I did like the first one. I was never a big fan of the other ones, though. Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 2. I don't know. Not my kind of thing. I love Bruce Campbell, but, yeah. Or the first Evil Dead was accidentally funny because the makeup was goofy looking. The second and third one are straight up comedy horrors. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, the makeup in the first one, I mean, we got to give credit where credit's due, though. For that time, and for their budget, that was pretty good gore effects. Good. It was pretty damn good. It was pretty damn good for that time period. Time period and budget. I don't know. I give credit where credit's due. We hadn't seen many movies like that that had that kind of gore in it. So, I don't know. I mean, today's standards, yeah, it looks goofy. Back then it was probably looked at as a pretty cinematic achievement. Anywho, did anybody else hear the news about, I guess it's technically just rumor at this time, so just keep that in mind. It's all just rumor. I do have an article up here I will refer to a little bit. I'm a terrible reader, but I'll still read off the article a bit because it's going to help. But apparently it's rumor, so we cannot take it into too much consideration at this time. However, I could see it being pretty likely, and that's that we are going to get apparently not one, but 2 more Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies from Netflix. Which that's where I'm kind of a little bit fuzzy on. Does Netflix actually own the production rights now? Because I know they bought the distribution from Legendary, but do they actually own full production rights now? I don't know. So there's a rumor, though, and I will read what we know of this rumor. Nev Campbell Scream 6. Yeah, we know about that. It wasn't the only news to break, though. Monsterpalooza convention last weekend. Also present at that convention was Mark Burnham, who played Leatherface in the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie that released through Netflix streaming service back in February. And there's a rumor going around that Burnham was accompanied by one of the film's producers. Now, who that is, who knows? And this producer allegedly told fans that Netflix has ordered 2 more Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequels. So Netflix has ordered. So again, that makes me wonder if that's just distribution, or are they going to produce it? I don't know. They're definitely distributing it, of course. Are they going to do both, though? I don't know. I don't know what their rights... I don't know the deal that they made with Legendary. I have no idea what that deal is. But we know this. That the one released back in February, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, love it or hate it, it was a very, very watched film on Netflix. So it makes sense that they would order another film. 2 films is a little bit, bizarre, but, at the end of the day, of course, if they are producing it, they're going to look at how to do it beneficial, money-wise, or they're just ordering it from Legendary, saying, we'll make you guys a little bit of a profit, and we'll distribute the rest. I don't know. It's an interesting situation. Can't confirm the rumor at the moment, but it's true that Netflix wants 2 more chainsaws. We should be hearing an official announcement very soon. It did have a successful first weekend on Netflix. It was the second most movie viewed on the streaming service during February 14th to February 20th time period. So that's a lot for them. For that week-long period, it was the second most viewed movie on their platform. I don't know how it's doing now, but how viewed it is now. But, I go back to the YouTube live stream and I see our friends, the Naked HDXYC. It's in the house. And it actually has one that's asking me to show or hide. How come only one? I don't know. It looks like it's more or less all the same. Whatever. I'll put hide, not that it matters, because they've got exactly the same thing a few times, but whatever. Let's see what you guys are saying. We'll see what you guys are saying about that in the chat. I'm interested to know your thoughts. Do you think Netflix is actually going to do 2 more movies? I definitely see 1, but it's a little bit of a gamble to gamble on 2. That's for sure. But I guess, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. So let's just read your guys' chats. Aaron Johnson, I saw that. There you go. Will there be a final girl in my film? I can't spoil too much for you. We'll say there will be a final-ish girl. We'll say that. I don't know if that counts. Try not to spoil. No. John is like, no. I'll tell you my thoughts in a bit. I'm going to read your guys' chat. So, my movie was basically about a guy who's lost in the woods at night and starts to hear scary noises, and there is an unknown creature stalking him. Interesting. Interesting. I hope it's just a rumor. I'm not feeling it. It's just a rumor at this point until they announce it. I think they will. I personally think they will because, again, love it or hate it, the last one did well. It I guess made money. So if it makes money, I don't know how they determine how much money you make on a streaming service, but at the end of the day, it's looked at as having made money. So a film makes money, they are going to make more. It's kind of rough that it's on a streaming service, but whatever. I don't know. I don't know. John Evans, Fiendishly Fantasy Production. Rob Zombie has apparently shot monsters in black and white. Yeah. Okay. Netflix's Chainsaw Massacre movie was bad. Just felt lazy. I do want to say, though, at the same time, it wasn't really Netflix's. Netflix released it because obviously Legendary couldn't sell it to Warner Brothers or Universal or whoever the hell they distribute through. So, I mean, it's one of those two. Because there's no way that one of those studios was going to take a big risk on that movie. So they sold it to Netflix to hopefully break even and probably, I don't know if they broke even. I don't know. Cover their losses as best they could. And I don't know what all came with that deal. I have no idea. We don't know the full extent of that deal, but Legendary did have production rights. We know that. It was produced by Legendary Pictures, Legendary Entertainment, whatever. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Great One Turd Be a Turd trilogy. Yeah. And we've got our friends from Naked HDXYZ. Oh, sorry, I'm Canadian, guys, so I have to do all this. Oh, my goodness. You guys say little tiny things, and all of a sudden I have to approve them. Oh, God, it's common on this channel. Apparently it's common on other channels, too. I don't know. I never used to get them, and now all of a sudden I get them pretty much all the time. How fun. You turn up. Not sure what that means. I hope not. I think one at least. Yeah. I could see one. I don't know, but when you hear rumors that it's two and it's from a producer, it just seems like a bit of a gamble, but maybe they're very confident in the direction they have. I don't know. I have no idea. And again, maybe they jumped the gun and they saw how well that one did on their streaming service. So let's get more. Let's get as many of these freaking things as we possibly can. So we get lots of people watching them on our streaming service. Hey, I get it. But I don't know. I'd like to see Leatherface back on the big screen again someday. Personally. Where was I? Cheap sex equals Valtrex. That was one of the ones I had to approve because you used the word sex. And then Scary Matter right after that, maybe you could hook up Naked HT with Leatherface. Had to approve that too because of Naked. That'd be an interesting movie. I don't know. Like Predator going to Hulu. Oh, there you go. I don't know. I've seen the teaser trailer for Rob Zombie's Monster. I have seen that too. I have some thoughts on that. We'll talk about that. Let's just talk about that briefly. Now, seeing that, it reminded me of the old show. It's been many, many, many years since I've seen the Monster show. I was a kid. So it made me feel like, okay, Rob Zombie's not doing his typical film with this. At the same time, guys, I want you to keep this in mind too. Everything I saw in that teaser trailer didn't necessarily tell me that that's what you're going to see in the movie. It looked like it was shot specifically to be a teaser trailer. It's probably what their costumes look like and everything, and what the set looks like. But is that the movie you're getting? We don't really know at this time. I doubt that what you saw in that teaser is anything that's actually in the actual movie. You never know. I could be wrong on that, but that felt like footage shot specifically to be a teaser. And that's happened many times with movies. It's promotional, shot as a promotional teaser. With that being said, I have heard, and maybe somebody can confirm this with me, that this movie has been given a PG rating. Somebody confirm that with me if that's possible. That is definitely, if it really is a PG rating, it's definitely not your typical Rob Zombie movie. Because as we know, Rob Zombie has a hard time even getting an R rating because of all the his first cuts are usually NC-17 or whatever. NC-17. So, I mean, this is not R, not PG-13, PG. PG. Now, somebody who's not a big Rob Zombie fan, maybe this big left turn for him could be a good thing. I don't know. I wish I was a bigger fan of the Munsters to really be able to gauge it properly. I never was a big fan of the Munsters. I was more of a fan of the Addams Family than I was I was never really a huge fan of either, if I'm being totally honest with you. But yeah, I think I preferred the Addams Family, and they're kind of similar in that, you know. But yes, it is rated PG, says WLJJ Movie Reviews. Thank you very much for clarifying that for me. So, yeah, interesting. I would have thought at least PG-13 for Rob Zombie. And even that's like, whoa. But, you know, he's being true to the source material. So I just hope he's not being too true to it. I hope he's going to take it in some sort of interesting direction. Because if it's just a straight out copy, I mean, what's the point in that? If it's just, we're going to copy it and that be that. I don't know. Again, I wish I was a bigger fan of the Munsters. If there's any Rob Zombie movie I might give a chance, it's this one probably, because it's so different for him. But again, I'm going to have to hear some good reviews on it first. I would have to hear good reviews on it. I just saw the teaser, and I don't think there's a full trailer out yet, as far as I know. So we'll see. When does that movie come out, by the way? Can somebody tell me when it comes out? Because I actually don't know. Isn't that interesting? But does he always gotta have his wife? I know. She's not a very good actress. That's the thing. She's not really very good. So, I mean, is she the worst actress ever? No, but she's not very good. Just saying. She's not very good. You know, I mean, I don't mean to put her down, but she's not very good. Sorry. So, I mean, she's only in his movies. She's in every single one of his movies. Not a single other movie. I don't know. Is there a reason? Is there a reason why she's only in his movies and not a single other movie out there ever? I think, as far as I know. I mean, I could be wrong. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. Is there any other film that Rob Zombie's wife has ever been in? Any movie that wasn't a Rob Zombie movie? I'm curious to know. Hey, it's Eric from He's Crafty. Hey, Steve. The Monsters movie looks like a prime candidate for straight to streaming. You never know. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to go see it unless I see a damn good trailer. That teaser doesn't do it for me. I'll tell you that. Even though, you know, it was cute. It was a cute teaser. It's not going to sell me on seeing the movie, though. So, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But it's kind of good to know that we're not going to see a totally vulgar trailer trash type of film. Now that we know it's a PG movie, there's just no way he's going to do that. I would be shocked. I'd be shocked. It'd be like a fooled you kind of moment. But we'll see. We shall see. What else are we looking at here for you guys here? I don't. I hope we don't mention Charles Manson like his other films. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's worse things than that he does, but I don't know. It's OMG. I'm just looking for anything I might have missed. I'm gonna be sad about the Halloween franchise ending this year. It's one of my faves. Well, even John Carpenter said, "Don't you dare think it's actually ending." I don't think it. I think this saga is ending. But I don't think it's going to fully end. Ever. Probably never. It'll be rebooted. Or it might take a break. It might take a 5-10 year break. And then it'll be back. Somebody else will reboot it. It's the way it goes. These movies make money. They make money. It would be nice if they could have left it once it had run its course. But anyways. I rated page E. Yeah, we read that already. Hope we don't. Yeah, we read that already. Seen the trailer. October 22. That's when it's coming out. The Monsters movie. Hey, that's when my movie's coming out too. Isn't that funny? Halloween for Halloween season. Yeah, makes sense. She was in the Toolbox Murders. Oh, really? So that's one different film that she has not been in. That wasn't Rob Zombie. That she's been in that wasn't a Rob Zombie film. Okay, she's got one. Outside of a House of a Thousand Corpses, she's never had a memorable performance. Yeah. I can't remember a memorable performance of hers in that one either, though. But I don't know. Enough about her. Whatever her name is, Mrs. Zombie. Enough about Mrs. Zombie. Now you guys get to ask your questions to me. Q&A time. Anything Sawyer Massacre related. Like I said, we're cutting a new trailer now. A full trailer, like a full trailer for the movie. And I would like to see if we can release it before the campaign ends. But I would also like to hit our goal in the campaign. So I'll make a deal with you guys. If we hit our damn goal, we only got 40% more to go. If we hit that goal, you guys can bet your ass you'll see the trailer. Like very soon. There you go. That's all I'll say to that. In fact, maybe that might be a good way to do it. I'll release the trailer as soon as we hit our goal. Watch us hit the goal tonight. I don't have it ready yet. We'll say more or less as soon as we we'll rush a trailer into production. I'll send the audio mixes to Kyle. Get this sound to me ASAP. I don't know, but yeah, that's a pretty good way to do it. Let's hit that damn goal though. Indiegogo link is in the description, folks. Support the Sawyer Massacre. Support indie fan films. And as far as we know, the only feature-length Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Actually, that's not true. Because I believe, I could be wrong on this too. The guy that's making the movie Leather, I think he said it's over an hour. And that would technically qualify it as a feature. So there. But we don't know when he's ever going to release it. He's been in post-production hell, I think, for a while. I did show the teaser a while ago. Do you guys remember that? His teaser trailer? And it looks okay. I mean, there's a couple little things I remember, but remember seeing in it that were like, but whatever. But anyways, as far as I know, it's the only, we'll say that, I don't know for sure, but our film is probably the first feature-length Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film. Hopefully more to come, though. Hopefully we won't be the last. Let's see what you guys are saying in the Q&A portion of this video. WLJJ Movie Reviews. This is why it's PG, macabre, and suggestive material, scary images, and language. Okay. Fangoria Faithful, our buddy Joe, who designed our logos and artwork and all that kind of wonderful stuff, says, what's the scariest thing that happened when you were filming? The scariest thing that happened when we were filming. It wasn't like nothing was so much that things were scary. It was that things were difficult. So I'm trying to think of anything that was really scary. Because we didn't encounter any threatening wildlife. I thought we probably would, encounter some rattlesnakes or scorpions or something. We never encountered any of that kind of stuff. Which is good. I mean, but we were out in the middle of nowhere, so you just never know. Boy, scariest thing. I don't know if I could qualify anything that happened as really scary. That happened to us. That happened to anybody. Definitely nothing that really happened to me. I never found myself in a scary situation. It was just, a lot of cold mornings, very cold. It's very cold and we're outside or we're in a house that has no heat or anything, electricity. So all the cold air is still coming in. It was a lot colder than I expected Texas to be. Again, it was March. So, I don't know if nothing really overly scary. Yeah, nothing, just things that were really difficult. A lot of people canceling on us or ghosting us, making my life as a producer not easy. Had to put my producer hat on a lot more often than I wanted to. I wanted to be in director mode, director. So I felt like, I had to be producer a little bit more often than I was director, because if I didn't, things would have fallen apart. But, we're behind schedule every day pretty much. Nothing too scary. I can't say anything was really, trying to think. I mean, our props guy, Cody, props guy / PA, he hurt himself. I can't remember, I think he bailed going down the steps of one of our not so, I mean, it wasn't, it was not the newest location we've ever been to, that's for sure. Well, I gotta put show on that. I don't believe that it's anything bad. So, but yeah, I wouldn't call anything really that scary overall. Other than one person hurt himself, didn't have to use the insurance for it or anything. So there you go. Let's see what else you guys got as far as questions go. Daunting Darkness Music. I can't even express how excited I am to see this. Oh, thank you so much. Again, Indiegogo link in the description. Go check out our Indiegogo page. Support the Sawyer Massacre. Again, if we hit our goal, as soon as we hit our goal, we're going to release a full trailer. We only got 40% more to go. We're 60% funded, 40% to go. Lots of time left in our campaign. Go support, and share if you can. If you don't have funds right now, share it. Let's get it out there to the world so we can find more supporters. Yeah, they're out there. I know they're out there, but thank you so much. And thank you for joining in the chat. Christian Spencer, if you do a trivia game one night, you should have a fan from the chat guest on your channel to ask the questions along with you. Well, we are going to do chainsaw trivia fairly soon. The final round. It's going to be Carl Bissela versus Sarah Camille Cherry. Those are our two competitors. They are now final. So we're just setting a date. And I'd be open to that. I'd actually be kind of open to that. Yeah. We might do a little competition to see who should be that person. We'll see. Let's see. Definitely can't wait, or literally can't wait. Says Spinal's Gem. John says, I have tees for your movie. Just saying. Yes. But if you want a t-shirt for the Sawyer Massacre, you head on over to John's store. Let's put the link in the description. Oh, John, you're going to have to do it. I don't have your website up right now. It's up somewhere. Let me see if I can get it up. I'll put his website. If you want a t-shirt, you got to talk to that man. There it is. There's a link. Copy this link. I'm going to put it in the chat, folks. Because John has got some cool t-shirts available. Putting it in the chat. There you go. Go on over to John's store, his online store, and get yourself a t-shirt. That's all I can say. Scary Batter, I'm sorry I have to go. Hey, it's all good. Thank you for tuning in. It was good glad you were able to tune in. That's you tuned in for most of it, so that's all good. Spinal's Gem, what's it like working with the actors? It's something I enjoy. I actually enjoy working with the actors and going through the direction with them, going through their blocking and everything. I actually enjoy that part. I don't know if I'm necessarily that good at it yet. I don't know. I'm always my own worst critic, but I always feel a little bit flustered going through blocking, especially if it's a complex amount of movement. That I always have a hard time with. And just little nuancy type things, I try to get the nuances out of the actors. And, sometimes I find it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm never happy with with something. And it's not the actor's fault. It's more or less my fault. But 9 times out of 10, even though I didn't like the performance, most people did. So, but I enjoy it, though. I enjoy seeing cool performances come to life at the end of the day. So that's that basically sums that up. John from Fiendishly Fantasy Productions, Scotty's run in with the police in as Leatherface attire. Yeah, that was scary. It was scary for him. Yeah, that was interesting. We were on our way back from the show. It was I think that was our longest night of shooting. I think that was the day we shot 15 pages of script in one day. So it was a lot. And we were all very tired. And Charlie and I are driving back, and we've probably been driving for about 30 minutes back to Bastrop. So we're almost halfway there. And then Scotty calls us. Well, we're driving, and he's like, "Hey, I've been pulled over by the cops, and the taillights don't work on this thing." He was driving the production manager's vehicle, and it had seen better days. We'll just say that. It didn't have, its taillights weren't working, unfortunately. And apparently, I guess he knew that the taillights weren't working on it, and he didn't say anything. He should have said something. Scotty, say something. If you knew the taillights weren't working, you got to say something ahead of time, because you don't want to get pulled over, and you did. Scotty got pulled over, and you shouldn't, and you didn't have the right answers for the cops. The cops asked him, "Is this your vehicle?" And he said, "No." He said, "No." "Does this vehicle have insurance?" "I have no idea," he said. And even though Chris told him that it does have insurance, he got all the papers for it. And, he still, I don't think he made that connection. It's all good. It was not good. It didn't help that, the officer opened the trunk, and he had all the Leatherface masks sitting there. They're all covered in blood and stuff like that. And somebody's like, huh. The cop's reaction was like that. At least that's how Scotty described it. I wasn't there, so I don't know, but that was an adventure. It was an adventure. I don't know if that was the biggest. It was a big. I know we're coming back from Bartlett. We just spent a lot of days in Bartlett. Yeah. So, anyways, I won't tell too much of that story because I got to get to all your guys' questions here. WLJJ movie reviews. I was going to play Jason Voorhees in my friend's fan film, but people were saying I was too fat. I was going to step down, but my friend told me, don't listen there to those assheads. I mean, yeah, and I mean, I don't know. It's a fan film, guys. It's a fan film. I mean, maybe it's not quite as serious as the one we made. But, I mean, people shouldn't take it that seriously. And, I don't know. I have no idea what you look like. I have no idea if you're too fat. Maybe a fat Jason could be interesting. I have no idea. No idea. So, don't send me pictures of yourself, though. Especially bare naked or anything. I'm just kidding with you, though. But yeah. I don't know. Hey, fat is good for Leatherface, though. I'll say that much. So, I mean, fat-ish. I mean, yeah. Scotty was good. Scotty was good, shapely person for Leatherface, I think, personally. Eric from He's Crafty says, with people ghosting you, did that lead to on-the-fly rewrites or reworking of your original script at all? Yes, it did. Because one of the big ghosts we had was people not showing up with their picture vehicles, of time period vehicles that we needed. We actually went from having 7 vehicles. We only needed 5, but I thought, we have a couple extra just in case. And then, a couple days before production starts, this person's like, "Oh, I can't get you my vehicles." And they had 2 vehicles, so all of a sudden we're at 5. So okay, we're still in good shape. We got 5. And then what happened? Somebody else called the day before saying, "Oh, I only got." He said the day before he had 3 of the vehicles, and he said, "Well, I've only got 2 for you now because one of them's not working." So I was like, "Oh my God, we only got 4. Can I make 4 work?" Well, we're gonna have to try. So we go there. We go to this person's to go pick up the 2 vehicles he had, and one of them I had to drive one of them, and it wouldn't work. I'll just keep this story short. I've told it before. It wouldn't work, and I wasn't going to try to make it work because sometimes it would work and sometimes I wasn't going to drive this stupid car on the freeway in Texas, a place I've never driven before. I said, "No, this is not worth it. We'll go down to 3 vehicles," I guess, and we did. Went down to 3, went from 5 to 3. And I'm like, I'll find ways to rewrite this so that we only need 2 of the vehicles aren't in it that much. Well, at least one of them wasn't in it very much. So we figured we could do something. And then the day of shooting, the other vehicle just ghosted us. It never showed up. We never saw that vehicle. So we're down to 2. On that day, and no matter what way I looked at the script, there was no way we could make 2 work. So again, this is where I had to put my producer hat on, and production stalled a lot because of this. It stalled because of other things too. It stalled because transportation coordinator ghosted us as well, and we had to get Scotty to pick all the actors up. But yeah, I had to put my producer hat and make some calls and find a way to get one more vehicle, and we got one more. So we ended up with 3 time period vehicles for our film. We were supposed to have 5. We got 3. We made it work. All I can say was we were creative and we made it work, but we did have to change some stuff in the script. We definitely had to change some stuff in the script. A lot of that stuff looked like it was going to end up changing anyways, though, because we had some issues with one of the locations that made it hard for us to shoot it the way we had in the script. So we ended up changing the script to suit that. And it was a bit confusing at the time. Again, this is why I wish I could have scouted the locations at least a month before, so I have time to make the changes in the script ahead of time, so nobody's confused about what the hell we're doing and what order this is happening in the movie now, because that kind of messed with people a little bit, especially the actors. But we pulled it off, man. I gotta say, actually seeing it cut, it really flows really, really well. So, you have to be creative, folks. When things don't go as planned, be creative. Find a way to get the story across, because that's ultimately your goal is to get the same story you're trying to conceive across to the audience. So if it plays out a little bit differently, that's okay. That's okay. There's the script you write, the movie you make, and then the movie you release. They're all different. They're all different. So anywho, moving on to the next question. Sorry. John just put the link is earlier in the chat too. There you go. Yeah, and I put it in at some point, didn't I? Oh, all the naked HDX whatever is like, I actually have to approve it now. Is any of it actually make it in the... Oh, no, okay, some of it's still there. I don't... Oh, man. There you go. Bootleg 317. I'm in, dude, about being creative. Yeah, thank you so much. It's yeah, bot. Yeah, we got these. Yeah, you have to do what you got to do. You have to spend time thinking. It sucks when you have to do it when you're right in the middle of shooting, though. It makes things that much more stressful. When you got to think on the fly, it's like, okay, we know we can't do this. So what do we do instead? What do we do instead? And it definitely tested me. I was definitely tested on this film. And Charlie was definitely tested as a DP. He pretty much told me that this was the toughest shoot he ever did. And I think most people would say that. I think Jordan said this was the toughest shoot he ever did. Who else was like, this was really tough? Kyle. But everybody had such good attitudes. Oh, Spinal's Gem. Sorry, I missed your question earlier. Will there be any bloopers or behind the scenes to post after its release? Definitely BTS footage. We'll definitely do a behind the scenes reel. I don't think we have a ton of bloopers, to be honest with you. I don't think we have a ton. We might just kind of include them with behind the scenes, and you'll get a laugh or two. So there you go. Not just horror. Hey, thank you for stopping by. Hey, they're stopping by to say hello. Thank you for stopping by. If you have a question for me, let me know. We're kind of just doing a casual Q&A tonight. And if you have a question about me, about the film, about anything horror related, I'm here to answer it the best I can. So, yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate that you guys understand how hard the process is of making a film. And we did not have it easy. At the end of the day, we did not have it easy. So, but I thank my wonderful team, because I couldn't have made it without them. They were all so on the ball. We'll just say that. All right. Great advice. I agree 100%. Keep the story strong, and it will make it make up for other issues. I wish someone told the people that made Obi-Wan that. Oh, I still haven't seen Obi-Wan. Don't spoil anything. Don't spoil anything for me. Not just horror. How was your experience filming a movie involving the character of Leatherface? Any challenges? Yeah, with Leatherface, there were some challenges. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit about the challenges we had with Scotty as Leatherface. And I hope Scotty's okay with me saying this. I'm sure he's okay with me saying this, but Leatherface, you got to be very physical. And we're portraying a younger Leatherface, like 20-ish year old Leatherface. And Scotty's actually 40. So he had some physical issues. And, the funny thing is, I said, Scotty, I warned him way in advance that this is going to be super physical. I'm like, you make sure you are in the best shape of your life. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to the gym every day. I don't know. Because he was having trouble out there. There were times I was worried he was going to have a heart attack right on set. it was no, it was scary for me because he was struggling quite a bit. It wasn't just how physical it was too. It was the costume he's in. You know, he couldn't hear or see out of the masks at all very well. You know, I had to give him hand cues sometimes, and I had to shout, you know, for certain cues. It's tough. And then there was the chainsaw. The chainsaw was a beast. Like it, I filmed with other chainsaws before. Not this chainsaw. This chainsaw is like, I mean, but it's why I wanted this chainsaw. I had to get this chainsaw, but it's like double the weight of any other normal chainsaw. So, I mean, I had to, I tried to go easy on him though with it. I did. I was pretty easy on him with the chainsaw and the amount of running. I kind of wish I wasn't so easy on it because I wanted more. It was like, give me more of that. Give me more of this crazy chainsaw. I want to see it wave above your head. And, but he ran with it. He ran with it. He did pretty good, but I think he underestimated just how physical it actually was. I do think he underestimated it a little bit. Now, he didn't have a heart attack, so, you know, that's all I could say. So at the end of this, he didn't have a heart attack. His skin was always burning, though, because of all the blood all over it, the fake blood. It was like burning his skin, and then baby powder, and the basement just reeked of baby powder. But it wasn't just because of him. It was because we were actually putting it all over the floor because all the blood on the floor just would stick to your feet. But then you get this massive headache of the combination of the smell between fake blood and baby powder is not good. It's not pleasant. I'll just say that. Not pleasant at all. Hey everybody, Tom Smith of Sick and Twisted Effects is in the chat. Just dropping in to hear some stories. Well, hope you heard a few there about our Leatherface. Tom from Sick and Twisted Effects also has his own fan film. I'm not sure when Valentine Bluffs is being released, but I know you guys are in kind of your final stages as well. So look forward to that. I don't think you guys aren't still up on Indiegogo, are you? If they are, go support them. But you know, I'm not sure if I think they had a really good Indiegogo and did very, very well. We're still up on Indiegogo because we still need some finishing funds. But man, yeah. Tom Smith, I'm so excited to see Valentine Bluffs. So excited. And I know you have some stories too. I know you have some stories too. Anyways, WLJJ Movie Reviews. I can't wait to see your movie. I can't make it to Texas because I live in Bradenton, Florida. Oh, okay. That's all good. You're closer to Texas than I am, I'll tell you that much. I'm in Western Canada. I'm still going there for the premiere. And our good old bot has showed up again. That's all good. Oh, yeah, you do still have it up. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if your Indiegogo was still live or not, but there you go. Go on over to... I would share your link in the chat if I knew where to look. But feel free to share your link in the chat there, Tom. I'm sure you have it handy. Share your link in the chat and go check out Valentine Bluffs, a My Bloody Valentine fan film and unofficial sequel as well. So there you go. We've got a My Bloody Valentine sequel. We got our Texas Chainsaw Massacre prequel. And we got a Halloween 3 unofficial sequel as well. There you go. WLJG Movie Reviews. Okay, this spot is starting to piss me off. Hey, it's nothing, man. I'm just going to tell you that. I'm used to it. It shows up pretty much every chat. Pretty much. I think it's funny, though, that this bot is there and YouTube just lets it do its thing. And anybody else in the chat says anything that could possibly be a little bit offensive or derogatory in any way, I have to approve it. You know, anybody says poop in the chat, I have to approve that. Anybody says sex in the chat, I gotta approve. I don't know. I think that's kind of weird. YouTube, fix it. Come on, really? I don't get it. Whatever. Christian Spencer, how did you create your intro to your live stream? Not much. I'm not a very techie guy, so I just use editing software. I think I used Filmora for this one. I'm not using Filmora for that kind of stuff other than just photoshopping type stuff, and just gave it some movement. Just gave it some movement, zoomed in, zoom out. It was really simple, and then put my music behind it. Really wasn't a lot to it. Put the live stream starting kind of over. It's really nothing to do that. I'm not a techie guy, Christian. I'm sure you could do something way cooler than what I've got. Way cooler. My stuff's not that cool. It's just, it's okay. It really is. That's all I can say. I'll need to watch all 3 of them. Yes. Watch all 3 of them. See, I have to approve Eric from He's Crafty. I have to approve his chat because that's a bunch of poop sex. Testing you, YouTube. Yeah, you just did, and I had to approve it. See what I mean? But yet, Naked HDXYZ, delete Tinder, we have sex cheaper. I don't have to approve that. It's automatic. Isn't that great? Oh, man, what can you do? I told you, though. I told you. Aaron Johnson. I just saw Mike Williams 9. Mike Williams 9 from I Hate God follows your Instagram page. Oh, that's pretty awesome. I don't even know who that is, if I'm being honest with you. I Hate God. Is that like a band or something? Sounds like a good name for a band. I Hate God, all one word. Sounds like a metal band. Maybe he likes my metal intro that I have to my show. I don't know. Maybe. It's okay. He invaded live stream one time. I was like, what the hell? There you go. Okay, do you guys have any more questions? I don't see any more. I hope I didn't miss any. Questions. Not a bad amount of time. I don't know. Yeah, I need to know who Mike Williams the Ninth is. Mike Williams the Ninth, I guess. I gotta figure out who he is, and he's following me. Nola Band. Huh. Lifelong friends with Phil Anselmo of Pantera. Oh, really cool. I've seen Pantera. That was actually the very first concert I ever saw was Pantera and Slayer back in 2001. There you go. Long time ago. I'm old, though. I'm old. Christian Spencer, I'm working on getting my YouTube channel up. That's why I'm asking you about the intro. Oh. Again, my intro's not that cool. Ask more experienced people. I don't know. I'm kind of lame, guys. I'm not going to lie. I just kind of do what I can do. And it's not really, I mean, you got to use some sort of editing software. You can't just, you got to use something. And you got to have music. So, I mean, you put them together and, you can use canned music, though. I mean, I don't know. Can do whatever you want. There's lots of different things you can do for music. I make my own music because I am a musician, and that's one thing I do. So, it's totally up to you. Obviously, you have a YouTube channel. I don't know how big your YouTube channel is. Christian Spencer is probably not the most cool name for a YouTube channel. I don't know, but maybe it is. I'm Meat Mungus Merlo. It's kind of a weird channel name. This channel used to just be called Steve Merlo, and people still checked it out from time to time. I don't know. Maybe I should go back to that. Maybe I should just go back to changing my channel name to Steve Merlo. I don't know. But base your channel on any kind of theme you're doing, I guess. That's all I can say. WLJJ. What does that stand for, by the way? WLJJ. Is it kind of similar to HCW TSWRS, which of course stands for His Daddy Went to School with Rumpel Simmons? It was an Saturday Night Live sketch, the rap band. I don't know. You had to be there. Had to be watching SNL in the mid-90s to know what that is. Okay. Anyways, you said, yeah, I have a question. I have a new show on my channel. It's called Pissed Off Movie Ass, I'm guessing. Pissed Off Movie Asshole. I'm going to guess that's what it's called. Pissed Off Movie Asshole. Already did 2 episodes. You can put asshole on here. Don't worry about YouTube asking me. I'll approve it. I'll approve it. Already did 2 episodes. Episode 3 would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Out of the shadow. Was that what it was called? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Out of the Shadow. Oh, I'm thinking maybe that's the new ones, which I haven't seen. I haven't seen the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles films. The old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, I believe, is called Secret of the Ooze. Because I'm old, and I've only seen the 90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies. Just saying. Cool. Well, that's cool. I'll have to check out your channel. Let me know what WLJJ stands for. Interested to know. John Evans, Phoenix Lee Fantasy Productions. I can help you, Christian. Just tell me what you're looking for. Actually, John can. John does better stuff than I do. That's for sure. John knows more what he's doing than I am. I might have a bigger YouTube channel, whatever. I mean, I've had this channel for years and years and years. I only started really doing much on it over the last, not even 2 years, though. But, even then, I still had, at that time when I started doing more on this YouTube channel, I still started at around 650 subscribers, somewhere in there. So, yeah, just do it and have fun with it. Do it without expectations. Have fun doing what you're doing. There you go. Christian Spencer, I'm looking for a slasher or Halloween theme with heavy metal. Ooh. Well, maybe I can help you out with the metal part, but I'm not so much of a modern metal guy. I don't use 7, 8 string guitars or anything like that. I use standard 6-string guitars. Sometimes I do drop D tuning. Sometimes. Very rarely. But, once in a while. Second Twisted Effects. I got here late, so don't know what I missed. So if I asked, don't have to talk about it. But what was your biggest setback on the set, and how did you get through it? Yeah, we kind of got asked that. I mean, I don't know if there was one single biggest setback. Maybe the biggest one would have been losing an entire day of filming because of the weather. That was pretty bad. Oh, I have to approve this comment. Yeah, losing an entire day really made us have to grind all the other days. Because and we were going to try to plow through the weather, but there was just no way. It was like a blizzard almost. It was really cold, really windy. It was just not going to happen. We knew we had to scrap that day of shooting. And, of course, everyone's schedules didn't allow us to make up that day somehow. So it really sucked. We had to kind of make up pieces of it in different days. So that really set us back. And, again, the cars really sucked, only having 3 instead of 4. But, again, we were able to creatively work around that. Actually, 3 instead of 5, I should say. But again, we're able to creatively work around those obstacles, whereas losing an entire day of filming, I mean, already 10 days is not very much for a feature film. I mean, it's tough. It's a tall order to shoot a feature film in 10 days. And to lose one of those days and go to 9 was like, holy shit. We did it. That's all I can say. And there's no reshoots happening. We got what we got. I can't go back to Texas. There's a lot of people that weren't even from Texas, including our DP. So there's no way we're going to get our DP to drive back to Texas, from Arkansas, to get a pickup shot or something. It wouldn't be in the budget unless we raised a ton. Let's hit our goal tonight. That's all I can say. Go Ninja, go Ninja. Yeah, the Vanilla Ice one. That was so bad, but so good at the same time. There you go. WLJJ Movie Reviews. Our YouTube channel, the WLJJ stands for William Larry Jackson Jr. Oh, okay, cool. There you go. Yeah, and it's pissed off movie. It is pissed off movie asshole. That's what I had to. I had to approve it. That's okay. YouTube is weird. Doesn't like asshole. Phoenix Lee Fantasy Productions. I got you. Yeah, you guys connect, and yeah, that's all I can say. Can be a classic, and I don't do it for free, so no. And I do it for free, so nowhere. I'm like, yeah. John is a nice guy. I can't believe some of the nice guys in this horror community. That's all I can say. I want to close out this whole night by saying that. I won't take any more questions at this point. I think we've gone on long enough. But I'll close out by saying that there's been some drama in the horror community in the last while. I've seen it all from the outside. I'm not getting involved. I'm not going to. But ultimately, the vast majority of people that I've encountered in this horror community have been really great, to say the least. Have been really, really awesome. Some of the best people I've ever met. It's like lifelong friends, like John, like Christian, like everybody, like Tom from Sick and Twisted Effects. You know, we've bonded in this horror community. We all support each other, and we need more of that. Let's all support each other and keep everything strong, because that's the only way that we can get rid of all this negativity that's out there and all the dramatic people that are causing shit, and But I mean, if anybody wants my opinion on something, I'll give it to you. If you want my opinion on whether a movie looks like it's going to be good or not, I mean, it is subjective. But, if you want my opinion on whether this filmmaker looks like he knows what he's doing, I'll tell you. So, I mean, I'm not going to hide behind anybody anymore when it comes to that. I feel like I did that before when I had a certain someone on my show. I'm not going to say who it was. I was asked to have this person on my show because he's doing a Halloween fan film, and people in the community were really wanting to see this Halloween fan film make it because his friend died. And look, I get it, but that doesn't make you a good filmmaker. So, I'll leave it at that. I won't say any more than that. But I love the horror community as a whole. So, you guys keep being awesome. And if you ever want to reach out to me. And I'm not saying, hey, I'm the best filmmaker or anything. I'm never going to say that. I'm always learning. There were times making the Sawyer Massacre that I felt like I was, put in the dentist chair. If you understand that expression. There was a few times that I felt like I'm out of my element a bit. Because it was tough. This was the biggest thing I had ever done. It really was the biggest thing I had ever really done. It's intimidating. And I'm still kind of intimidated. I still look back at it and say, how the fuck did I do that? But at the same time, my knowledge did get me through. I had obtained enough knowledge to be able to do what I did, to actually make it through and film a movie for you guys in 9 days. No easy task. Not bragging, just saying I did it. I did it. We do have a movie. No matter what. And the story is there. Not perfect, but it's there. It's there. And I hope you guys will get the gist of it anyways. But a couple of new chats before we got in. I do love and have respect for people who make fan films. I do too. I just think, again, I don't want to get too into it, but yeah. Oh yeah, it's been crazy. I don't get involved, but a majority of the people have been supportive. Yeah, have been very supportive. Oh yeah, there's wonderful people out there. That's all I can say. Wonderful people, and you guys included. You guys included. We'll refer to him as Poopstain. I wish I had voiced my opinion a little stronger to some people. I mean, I wasn't going to go online and totally bash this person. I wasn't going to go on YouTube or any kind of live thing and just totally bash somebody. It's not, but I kind of wish that I was voicing my opinion a little louder to certain people that were really supporting this person. And I don't blame those people for supporting him because they don't know. They don't know. They don't know filmmaking like I do, and that they don't. They just saw somebody with a fan film idea and wanted to be a part of it. I get it, and I still don't. I don't know. I'm gonna get into this too much if I keep going. I don't want to say too much because again, I don't know I don't know everything, guys. I don't know everything. I only know what I do know from talking to that person, from hearing this person talk, even on my show. And if you do know who I'm talking about, go back to my live show and hear him say some stuff that really baffled me. And you can see expressions on my face that just baffled me. That's all I can say. But at the same time, I don't feel like the guy had bad intentions. I could be wrong on that, though, because I didn't really know the guy. But I have no contact with him. And that's not all the drama that's going on. There's so much. Anyways, I was just citing one example without really fully citing it. Thank you for your advice. I respect that I'm going to go and write a script now, a screenplay for a horror movie. Hey, yeah, I will always recommend that to anybody that wants to do it. Just do it. Just don't tell anybody that you're somebody that you're not. Don't do that. That's the best way I could put it. That guy must have been a dickhead to you. He wasn't a dickhead to me, actually. He wasn't a dickhead to me. He was just... Again, I don't want to get into it. I mean, a lot of people know. I know John Evans knows. I know Tom knows. I think Christian knows who I'm talking about. It was just clear that this person didn't really have a clue. It was very clear. Like, if you think you don't know much about filmmaking, you still probably know more than this guy did. I don't know. I feel bad. I don't want to say any more, guys. I really don't. At least I'm not mentioning names. Oh, I'm sorry for bringing... Oh, don't worry about it, but the film business is full of a lot of bad, and for us to be that small beacon of what's good is what will keep this thing we love alive and well. I like those words, John. And you know what? You're right. There's a lot of bad in this industry. Let's not beat around the bush. There is a lot of bad in the industry, especially in the Hollywood level. There is a lot of... I would never want to work on that level. I don't know if any of you guys have. I don't know if, Tom, I know you've worked on higher budget films, but I don't know if I would ever really want to work on like one of the real, like a Sony film or something like that. I'm sure it's a job, and I've heard people say, oh, you work in the low level areas, you get paid well, and I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it. Probably be a little bit disheartening for me, but I don't know if some of you guys, I don't know. I like the indie film stuff because you have creative control. That's the thing, if I sold one of my scripts to Hollywood for a quick buck, it would get made. Wouldn't be my vision, though. Creative control would be out the window, and I would not be a happy camper about that. So some people would be ecstatic. Hey, oh man, it's $25,000 for my script, or whatever the hell the case may be, which would never happen for a first-time writer. That's for sure. You gotta make some headway with your scripts first. You gotta sell some smaller one, some smaller scripts first, and to some indie companies for lesser amounts, and gradually grow that. I don't know. I never even try. I just want to produce my own films. I don't want other people to. I've tried, maybe a short film I'd let somebody else tackle the directing for, but hasn't happened yet. I've produced all my own scripts so far, short films or features. Anyways, guys, I'm yapping on way too much here, so I'm going to call it a day, and thank you all for tuning in. A couple new chats there. It's sad. Because they want to tell you how to think and feel. Yeah. Oh, I definitely understand that there, John. Filmmaking looks so fun to do, like a story coming to life. It is. That part of it is. It definitely is. But I don't know. I've never done it on the Hollywood level before. So I've heard horror stories, but I don't know. Anyways. Thank you all for tuning in. It was fun chatting with you tonight. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Who would have thunk unplugging my my interface and plugging it back in would make the audio work? Should have known that from the beginning. But thank you guys for tuning in. It was a fun chat. Loved all your questions tonight. And we'll see you guys. Might be doing something next week. We'll see. But I did switch that podcast to next week, but I don't think it's on Thursday. I think it's on Friday. So we'll see. Either way, you guys have fun, and we'll see you next week. Probably, I think. Maybe. We'll see. Bye-bye.